This is a huge gin glass. This is a very cheap tumbler turner that I've had for a while and it's getting a bit knackered, but it still works great. And we're going to show you how to upcycle a glass. Now, you might notice I'm in a bit of an upcycling phase at the moment. A bit inspired by Steve McDonald, actually, who recently upcycled a card that comes around the inside of some sellotape. Amazing. Anyway, I'm just going to clean this up. It has been through the dishwasher, but this is an old glass. It's had a terrarium in it for a while. So I'm just going to give it a bit of a clean. I want to degrease it first. Then we're going to use some stunning glitters. I've got some alcohol inks in various shades of blue. I'm definitely doing blues this time. I've also got a champagne gold, midnight blue. I've got some flakes. It might be get a bit over the top, this one. I'm not going right up to the top, which is why I haven't worried about taping off the foam at the edge. Anyway, yeah, this is going to be a load of sparkle. And yeah, I'm just going to get a Wonder Wipe and clean the outside. Spray it with alcohol or whatever it needs, just to make sure you haven't got any grease on the outside. That's the first step. Right, so I've degreased that. Now, the resin I'm going to be using is the Apex Quantum. This is the regular cure one, which is like 4 to 6 hours. It's that hot in Britain at the moment. It's doing it easily in that time. I'm finding I can do it's like a second coat, only like 2 or 3 hours later, in fact. Because although it's, you know, not cured, it's firm and just still slightly tacky. But this stuff is actually made specifically for doing tumblers, although I found you can get away with it for quite a lot of other things. So if I have any leftover, I've been pouring it into little heart pots. Look at that one. That's the leftover from a recent upcycling of a cardboard pot that gravy came in. Right, stirring. It is a 1-to-1, so nice and easy. It's weird stuff. It's really viscous. It will fill with bubbles, so I don't worry about stirring it too fast. This is real time, because it just will fill with bubbles. Now, the reason that doesn't matter in the slightest is because the minute you use it, the bubbles vanish. Because you put it on very thin here, it's what it's designed for. By the way, if you can see any fingerprints on the glass, it's on the inside. I have made sure the outside is well degreased. So, stirring like a maniac, doesn't matter. You can see bubbles coming out of it anyway, look. So, the first thing we're going to do is make sure our mat is where we want it to be. Pull it across a bit more. As you can see, I've put an extra silicone mat under here because I did want to protect the base of my little turner. Obviously, it's going to drip everywhere, isn't it? Now, first job then is to get some colour on here. It's not liking turning this because this is a very feeble little turner, to be fair. It's only a baby one. And this glass is quite heavy. But it should do the job. I've done smaller wine glasses and things with it, so we'll see. So what we're going to do, we're going to just bring our resin where we want it. I'm just putting some on at the moment, all around the base. I'm going to go down the stem. Yeah, I did think about using the 2-hour cure quantum resin, which is pretty epic stuff. But in this weather, I think it'll just cure too fast even. Imagine resin curing too fast. But if it's a 2-hour cure, I mean, imagine you'd end up, with it being this hot, you'd end up with no work time. I love it. It's what I normally use, in fact, because I'm normally very, very impatient. But I think I need that little bit more work time. Now, it's dripping off all over my mat. That's okay. I want to get a good coverage. I've still got some in my pot for later. So, let's first of all make sure we've got... By the way, don't buy these gloves. They're cheap, nasty ones. One from Temu, just to see what they were like. And they are nitrile, but I think they're going to degrade so fast that I'm always putting my finger through them. So I tend to think of them as not only single use, but 10-minute use. So I'm using them up, wrecking them, doing things like this, and then I'll immediately change them for another pair. Right, now, what I find is when I'm doing a glass, it kind of creeps up. It's just the way I'm using the resin, but I tend to, work my way up the glass more than I intended. So if I start where I intend it to go, which will be about halfway up here, maybe a bit more, I'll end up with, by the time I've messed with this, it'll end up right up to the top. So let's just get a straight line. See what I mean? I'm creeping up already. And now I want to kind of mess with it a bit. Kind of like get bumps and lumps. Don't really want it level, Want a bit of shape to it. I think nothing even and regular. Want it to look almost like it's been dipped. Anyway, that should do. Now I'm going to start getting some colour on there. So here comes my first change of gloves. And our first colour is going to be sapphire blue. I want a lot of blueness going on in this one. I don't know why. Purple's my usual colour, but I think I've done purple too many times lately. Now, because of the shape of the glass, can you see it's running down rather than going round and round? Can you see that? I probably need to move the camera around to the other side, don't I? Can't know how to put the camera the other side. Let me see if I can shunt you around a bit. There, I hope you can see better there. So, and if I turn this, there we go. I think you can see a bit better. Right, so it's actually run this way. Normally on a rounded thing it'll run that way. But no, because it's this funny shape. Well, it's not funny shape, it's glass shaped, isn't it? The inks, by the way, are from the Let's Resin. Now these are going round, isn't that odd? These are from the Let's Resin whopping big inks set. Aha, depends where you drop the ink. It's a funny shape that I've only done wine glasses before. I've not really done a gin glass, so this is all a bit of a magical mystery tour for me. Okay, I'm just going to leave this spinning. Now normally I'll blow the lines around, but I'm wondering whether to do something different with this one. This is acrylic ink. I've not tried this for this purpose before. Heck knows what it's going to do. Oh, it's dribbling around. It's dribbling around. I'm only using the acrylic ink because I couldn't find my regular ink. Regular white ink, the alcohol ink. So I'm wondering whether to just leave this. Oh, I don't like what the acrylic ink's doing. Right, that'll do for the acrylic ink. A bit more of the blue, a lot more of the blue, because I don't really like what that acrylic ink's done. It has given it a kind of weird veining, I suppose. Yeah, normally I'll encourage it to go round and round and make like a swirl. But I'm thinking this time, yeah, I really wish I hadn't used that acrylic ink. I'm thinking this time I might let it just do what it does without encouraging it in any particular direction. It's kind of funky, isn't it? Shall we have a bit of a darker blue one? We've got glitter to go yet as well, of course. So this is midnight blue. Yeah, not liking the acrylic ink at all. I suppose I could wipe it all off and start again, but hey. Right, so do I let it just do its thing like that? See, the acrylic ink's tried to dry. Ew. So I'm going to put it in a little bit more of my quantum into this pot. Not a lot, because this is already dripping off, but not too much. So I think I've got scope for a little bit more here. And our first blue that we're going to put on, because a lot of this is going to end up vanishing under all this glitter, which is a good thing now I've spoilt it with that acrylic ink. So the first glitter we're putting on, and I'm making it very glittery, is from Jam Pot Glitter, and it's called TARDIS. I will put you the links down in the video description below. I get asked a lot. I can't find it. Have you got a link? And you go, yes, it's down in the video description below. Sometimes I do miss the odd thing. So if I've missed putting a link for something down in the video description, first of all, have a look at my Amazon storefront, because a lot of the things I copy into there. But if I have missed something, please do let me know, joking aside, because it's sometimes it's easy to miss things, and I will go look it up and find it for you and add it. Now I've made this really quite thick, so it's going in kind of blobs. All okay. I think I am going to blow it around with my, which is a hairdryer. I'm in the kitchen again, as you can tell. It's too hot in the craft room still. And it's a bit windy outside, which is probably a good sign. I think the heat wave in England is about to break. Don't get me wrong, I do like a bit of heat, but this has been a bit too much, because it's kind of stopped me working. I guess a lot of people are in that position. But when it's your livelihood, it's a bit of a pain. Okay, let's get my little hairdryer. It's a little collapsible travel hairdryer. And it's good, look. I sometimes use it instead of a heat gun. Oh, I'm liking that a lot better. There we are. Right, I'm going to let that cure. That's really quite thick, because I did put rather a lot of glitter, more than I intended. But we've got some more glitters to go. We've got this one, which will give it a bit of a lift. And I might use a little bit of this one. That's Blue Lagoon from Jam Pot. That one is Durdle Door, again from Jam Pot. And I've also got this really fine holographic one, which it's a mix of various holographics that I've had. And I've just chucked them all in one pot, so I can't really tell you where I got that from. But we'll see what we think we need. I'm going to let that settle and start to self-level, which it's doing already. Obviously, it's starting to pull itself down because of the shape of the glass. But I'm getting some really nice swirls in there, actually. I thought I'd overdone it. But actually, I'm quite happy with that. So I'll see you in a couple of hours, because once this has got like tacky, I shall be able to put the next layer on. I'm thinking it's probably going to be 3 layers. We'll have one more layer with some more sparkling, probably no more colour, and then the top coat. And every so often I'm going to turn it in the opposite direction until it all really solidifies, because then that will encourage the pattern to swirl differently. Don't know how differently. Look at the state of my mat. These will all pick off afterwards, obviously. Now, I've got some bits of resin left, so I shall do my usual thing and chuck them in one of my little pot moulds. Just to show you what I'm doing with that bit of leftover resin. Oh, hang on. Let me try and get you in shot. Oh, this is messy. Right, I've chucked a load more. I just got the clear, really. There wasn't much left in this, not enough to pour, so I've chucked it in there. It'll probably sink, but I'm putting a little bit of the alcohol ink in the back just to break the colour up a bit. This little mould, by the way, it's from Little Windows, and I'm really rather fond of it. It's one of those moulds that you can do several different things with. You know, it's got, like, you can make a hollow heart, a solid little pot like the one I showed you earlier, or you can make like a solid heart out of the middle as well. It's quite funky. Just so I see what would happen if I put glitter in and then some ink on the top. And because I've not stirred it in, will the ink sink? And will the glitter sink? I don't know. This pastel blue has got a lot of white in it, so who knows? Who knows? Right, I'll see you later. Right, this seems to be curing very nicely. It's still tacky, but it's pretty much cured. And I've been and found some more really ultra-fine glitters, which I don't know if I'll use or not, but they were from Into Resin. And they're kind of like an ultra-fine laser glitter that, if I remember rightly, they don't sink if you're using them in actual resin. Anyway, I'm going to mix up a little bit more resin. I'm going to mix it in this little pot, and then I'm going to decant it across 3 other little pots to decide, you know, which colours I want in what quantities. Still think, I mean, it looks beautiful as it is. I just want to make it, give it more 3D depth, I think, really. So stirring again, and yes, I should have cleaned my stirry stick. I'm making such a mess. This has got to be one of the messiest projects I ever make. I don't know whether it's just me, because I don't really watch other people doing tumbling much. I once did a one-to-one workshop with Lou at Create and Bloom. So it's her that got me sorted on, you know, where I was basically going wrong and pointing me in the right direction, which was pretty darned awesome. So if anybody's struggling with your tumbler turning, I can thoroughly suggest that, because she did it as a one-to-one, and it was pretty impressive. Right, do I want a bit of that, or do I want to keep it silvery blues? Oh, I don't know now. First of all, let's get it split across some different little pots. These have got little pory spouts on these pots, though, which makes life a lot easier. Now, I definitely want some of that silver sparkle, don't I? Of course, I can always add more ink at this stage if I want to, because it is transparent, so we could. Oh, that's giving me too many more options, isn't it? I can't cope. Right, let's go in with this one. You know, I'm going to put quite a... Oh, for goodness sake, let's chuck it all in. Getting a bit extravagant with my expensive versions of glitters, aren't I? Oh, look at that. That's nice. Okay, let's drizzle some of that round. What's it doing though? I can't see what sparkle's going on there. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, there it is. So I don't want too much of that. Mind you, I said that with all the other things I've put on it, didn't I? Right. That isn't doing a lot. That must be a transparent one. Let's have a little bit of this one, which is like a greyish blue. Get that. Greyish, bluey, silvery. Again, I only want a bit of that, so let's... I don't quite like that white one. Why is that? I don't get the white one. Okay. It hasn't done a lot, has it? That's this one, will. Okay, so I'm just adding that to where I put the white that didn't really white. That's obviously meant for a different purpose to this. So my apologies for using the wrong product for the wrong job again. Devil for that. So that's adding just a little bit. Most of it's ending up on my mat, it seems. A little bit more sparkle. Should probably have put some clear around this first, but I'm just going to let that run around. Right, now I'm going to go in with some of this. Do I want any of the darkest, the paler chunky sparkle? Don't know yet. Just wondering, yes, I probably should have put the clear in first, shouldn't I? Layer of the clear. Oh well. We'll be putting a layer of clear over the top anyway. And then finally, I think I want a little bit of Durdle Door, which is this sort of greeny bluey. I am going to warm it up just a touch in a few places. She says, knowing me, I'll end up with glitter bloody everywhere. You know what I'm like. Let's just warmed it up a little bit. There we are. And again, onto the base. So I'm going to run this backwards and forwards a bit to spread that around with the little bit of clear that's left in my pot. This is the thing with this sort of technique. You can just keep playing, can't you? I'm probably going to blow this with my hairdryer just to move it round, because I've put quite a lot of thickness on here with all this glitter, and I want it to kind of run in the right direction. Should I do it with my finger? I could do it with my finger, couldn't I? Let's turn it the other way first. I just find that direction easier when I'm just working with my finger. There we go, that's just spreading that a little bit more. Probably overdone it again, but hey. Now what I do want to do is get this up to the edge of where I've got my colours pretty much. Yeah, I'm just trying to let this help this level, really. Yeah, definitely overdone it, haven't I? Oh well. It's very pretty. Just want to take away from some areas where I think I've lost too much of my pattern as well. Can always put it somewhere else. Yeah, I'm liking it so far. Right, we're going to let that cure again. Another pair of gloves in the bin. So I just left that to cure and took it off the tumbler turner, and here we are. Hope you like it. I absolutely love it. Now, if you've liked this video, then I'll put you a link coming up at the top of the screen shortly to some more videos of mine that I know you're going to like. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you over on the next video.